You happy to hit a couple two-pointers tonight?
Yeah, man. I'm really happy. I'm not even going to lie to you. So I don't have to hear from my brother. Or Coach Sutton, too.
Back-to-back nights going for a career-high 23 points. What does that feel like for you?
It really means that I have really great teammates and a great coaching staff. To be honest, my teammates set great screens, and they throw me the ball when I'm open. And Coach calls great plays for me. So, to be honest, I wouldn't trade these guys for anybody. I mean, it looks like I'm making the shots, but they're the guys getting me open. So, credit to them.
Lindy, what was the locker room like after you guys got this one? I mean, after going on a dry spell for a while and then knowing that we should have beat them at their place, you know, it just shows that we have the tools to come out any said night and just get the job done. But there's a lot more confidence now. Coach Mike has really been encouraging. He knows the spot we're in, but at the same time, he knows we got to get better, and he's going to push us.
Not just confidence, but does it feel like a sigh of relief for you guys to break this 8-game conference losing streak?
I mean, we still got a lot of work to do. We got to put this one behind us, and we got to focus on K-State.
Thomas, there toward the end of the game, it seemed like you were being pretty vocal, encouraging to your teammates. What was the conversation like in those huddles?
Well, Coach was saying that we needed to take today, so I was just reiterating what Coach was saying. We couldn't hope for the win. We had to go out there and take it, and the final few possessions, I feel like we played good defense, and we earned this W. We didn't have the lead and the time ran out. I feel like we were pretty confident we took this W.
Lindy, you hit that fadeaway jumper with about a minute and a half left. Did that feel comfortable coming out of your hands when you shot it?
Yeah, I hit it all the time on Thomas. So.
Sips water.
I guess for either of you, how big was Isaac down the stretch? He had like, a block shot, maybe tips and Lindy's shot. How key was he in those last minute or so?
Yeah, that was a big tip shot that he had with his go-go gadget arm. So, I mean, he's like a Swiss Army knife. I mean, he kind of can do a little bit of everything. He has some nights where he scores, some nights where he gets a bunch of assists. He's a great defender. He's a force to be reckoned with in this league. And tonight, he came up with big defensive possessions and a big-time offensive rebound. And whatever coach asks for him, he does it willingly. So he's a great young man.
In the last 4 or 5 days since you guys lost to Texas Tech here, what has the coaching staff done, or what have you guys done as players to kind of refocus and commit the energy you guys have the last 2 games?
I mean, with certain guys out, you know, we're feeling a little sore here and there. We kind of sit back, play zone, let them come attack us. And we've totally just flipped the page and went back to what we started, being the aggressors, coming out. You see we're in a regular defense, 22 in line. I mean, that's who we are, and we got away from that for a little bit, but we're back.
What's it like having Euro out there blocking shots like crazy?
He saves my life.
Me too.
he makes me look better than I am on defense. When I get blown by, he blocks a shot. So, he's a rim protector. He's the epitome of a rim protector. When we make defensive lapses or bad communication, he really saves the day for us. And I know other guards don't like going up against him, and I know other bigs don't like going against him because he's so long and he's quick on his feet. But he really saves the day, and he makes us look really good on defense when he's having 5 blocks and he's flying around. Saves the day a lot.
Lindy, what can a win like this do for you guys?
It just shows that we're capable of winning. So why can't we win every other game?
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Obviously, really good win. Any win in our league is a quality win, one against a really good team. And more so happy that our kids were able to, kind of have a breakthrough in some ways in terms of the outcome. We've played really competitive basketball for the most part, but validating it with a win is always the icing on the cake. And so, happy to be able to put it behind us and not have to keep hearing about a losing streak.
What kind of emotion did you see out of your guys once you guys were back in the locker room?
I mean, it wasn't over the top. I mean, obviously excited to be able to win, but I think the way we played was indicative of a team who still believed they could win. It's not like we put our heads down and got down big and had to fight back. We played pretty good basketball from the very beginning, and so credit to those kids and to my staff for being able to do a really good job of keeping the kids focused on the right things and not getting caught up in whatever the negative noise was around. Fortunately for me, I've not been able to see much of it, so it's been one positive. So I mean, it was emotional, but it wasn't. I don't think it was anything. They weren't celebrating like we won a championship or anything. It was a good win, and we always try to celebrate wins because they're hard to get.
Do you feel like the past month has kind of been building toward a night like this?
I don't know, because every game is so different. I think maybe building because outside of the K-State and Tech games, we've been right there. And even Saturday, it's a 4-point game with 3 minutes and some odd seconds to go, and you've been really competitive. It's just that you haven't gone out and made plays to win a game. And we had them down 7 at their place with 5 minutes to go or something like that, and foul a 3-point shooter, give up a free throw, block out, and everybody looks at the last shot, but we had a chance to go win that game. And I think our guys were reminded of that over the last couple of days, and did the opposite today. We went and made plays ourselves today.
Thomas DeZagua mentioned how you said you can't just hope for a win, you've got to go take the win. How well do you think they took that message tonight?
I mean, I think it showed in the way they played. We played really aggressive basketball. I mean, we played the way we have to play to have success. I mean, there's no question, for the most part, we're a jump shooting team. And so when I looked at the stat sheet the other day and Dizzy took 17 shots, it's really good. He needs to take 15 to 20 shots. And then Lindy only took 5 in 40 minutes. It's not going to be good enough for us. And Cam took 9, I think, so they combined for less than Dizzy took by himself. We need those 3 guys. If we're going to shoot jump shots, they're 3 of our better shooters. We need those guys to shoot. And Kurt only took 5 shots. He didn't play as much as those other guys. But tonight, we took 18 threes in the first half. I wish we would have taken 20 and 20 more in the second half. That's who we are. This is how we're going to win. And in order to do that, you got to play with some aggression.
Another career night for Thomas. Just how important was his performance tonight in the victory?
Those guys have been rock solid for us most of the year. They haven't always played well from a number standpoint, but their leadership is the reason that we're able to get through the last month. They're about the right things. They show up every day and just work their tails off. And what you do is you start to understand that really does work. Just show up and do your job. And things aren't always going to go your way. Bad things are going to happen. If we haven't learned that yet, we are not paying attention. Then, but you got to still show up and, like tomorrow, we're off from practice. They got to go to class tomorrow. You don't go to class, you can't get good grades. If you don't show up and work and practice, you can't have success. So I'm proud for Thomas, but also for all the rest of the guys because they've also showed up. I'm also proud that our practice guys have been able to be more of a part of this. They've been a very integral part of us, if you want to say, building to this point, because it started with them giving us a chance to practice again once we lost all those guys. So very, very thankful that those kids have made a commitment to helping us through the season, and I would be totally remiss if I didn't mention that they were a big part of today's win.
This was a fewest points I think you guys have allowed since the Texas game here. And Lindy said it was kind of a decision to go back to what you guys are and be more aggressive. What kind of went into that?
It really was something I decided after the Tech game. We played more aggressive defensively at Texas. There's a couple things. First, I think the decision to kind of look at zone was maybe kind of me trying to figure out how to play with a different team or a different compromise of players. So playing a zone, it was good. It was effective for a while, but they're really good coaches in this league. And if they get a steady diet of anything, over the course of time, they figure it out. And so having more of a balance and maybe playing a little bit more of our pressure defense, but without overdoing it, still mixing in some zone, gives us the best chance. Because, again, if you play too aggressive, then you start fouling too much. We had some foul trouble again today, but not too much. But, again, you can't just let Jamie Dixon sit over there and pick your defense apart for 40 minutes. Otherwise, you really have a hard time stopping them. So I think just kind of having a better balance, but being more aggressive, particularly at home, it's more of a chance to play with more energy. I thought our crowd, for what we've been through, was really, really good, was really into the game. Wasn't obviously a huge crowd by any means, but a very energetic crowd, a crowd that was super supportive, and I'm very thankful for them also.
Cam had a play with a little more than 2 minutes left where he almost airballed a three and then was able to get the rebound and throw it off TCU, and Lindy ended up making that jumper that was the game winner. How pivotal was that play toward the end of that game?
It was huge, and Cam did not have his best game. He's not 100%. He won't say it. He won't even tell me, but I know him. I've been around him long enough, and he's out there giving us everything he has because he cares. And so to have him on the court. And forgetting the 0 for 7 to get the 3 offensive rebounds, to forget the turnovers and to step up and make his free throws, to forget that he missed probably the best play I've drawn up all year on his lob dunk to start the second half and save a possession for us late. This goes to show you the type of character he has, because to do that, you got to be really mature. You can't do that when you're young and you're self-centered because all you think about is, man, I haven't made a shot all day. To him, chase that ball down shows that. It's a big part of the reason why he's a captain for us.
Coach, how big was Isaac down the stretch? Especially like defense, he got blocked and everything, and then gets that tip in late. So I mean, how key was he as a freshman?
He was really good. He needed to be good. He wasn't great for most of the game, but that's part of what you get. I mean, and he's come a long way. He's getting better. He overthinks things a little bit much right now, but it's part of his process of developing and learning how to attack and when to attack and all that stuff. He was a little loose with the ball some, but he's a competitor, and he tells me every day if the game's on the line, he's not going to miss the free throws. He missed one tonight. But I'm proud of, again, what they've gone through as freshmen. Right, their eyes are wide open to what college basketball is like from a competitive standpoint, which we showed them early, from an adversity standpoint, which they've seen for the last month. So really excited for how this will help him as his development continues to his career.
I think it was minutes from Duncan, just to give you guys some rest, but also productive minutes for you.
Yeah, I needed to challenge Duncan, and I did that, the last couple days because he's allowed this situation to not necessarily change him, but kind of consume him a little bit. He's one that's kind of gotten lost through all this. And Duncan's not a guy that we're going out – he's not one of the guys that we're going to ask to go out and make 5 threes. But he's got to play with the energy and the toughness and the passion and the commitment to execution that can't be missed, and that hasn't been there with him. So proud of him for responding to the challenge the right way, for understanding that it's not personal. But it's what we need from him for our team to have a chance. And so really proud that he was able to continue to fight. He's been playing better, hasn't been playing a whole lot, but tonight was a big lift for us off the bench.
Is it getting hard to balance game practice and rest time in this stretch of the season?
I don't think so. I mean, the fact of the matter is, when we talked to them, they had the same number of guys we had tonight. Yeah. Everybody's kind of in the same boat, really. They played early Saturday, played tonight, so it's the same. When you start trying to introduce those things, they hear it enough. Well, for me, no, because I try to counter that as much as I can. You know, I tell them they could, you know, if the game went to 3 overtimes, you may have to play 55 minutes. Just go do it. I mean, if we had 10 guys over there and I was subbing guys out every 3 minutes, they would be upset. So go play. You want to play? Go play. Got a chance. Go play.
It did seem tonight you were a little more liberal with your substitutions, especially early. Was that planned going in?
I still played the same number of guys. I mean, I guess I didn't play all of them as much. You know, Duncan played a little bit more than he played, maybe. But, hey, ain't many guys, Nate. So, I mean, as liberal as I can be with 7 dudes, you know. I mean, I don't know. Kurt made a few. He had a different bounce in his step tonight, so his minutes were huge for us, and that gave you a little more confidence that he could stay out there and help you a little bit longer.
I thought your rotations were really good.
Well, thank you very much.
It seemed like overall, just from the tip, confidence and just the energy was a little bit higher. How can you keep that charisma up throughout this kind of week and then heading up to Manhattan for Saturday's game?
I mean, if we kept it up for the last month, with no success really to speak of, not that it's easier. Certainly, it's not as difficult getting your guys to focus on believing they can win after they win. You know, it's a bigger challenge to come in there after every game when you're close and you haven't gotten it done, and then people are telling them that it's okay they haven't gotten it done because, you know, you shouldn't be able to win now. You don't have any players. And I'm looking at them like, what are you guys talking about? We got plenty of guys. We need 5. And we got 5. We got 7. So we're fine. I mean, to get ready for K-State, it's a big task. You know, again, I picked them to win the league. They played really, really well. They're competing at this point to win the league in the last 2.5 weeks of the season. So it'll be a great challenge at their place. I'm sure it'll be a great crowd there. And we've played well on the road. I'm sure we'll be prepared by the time we get up there.
Can you talk a little bit more about the play of Cam? Like, he had the highest plus-minus of anybody on the floor.
Yeah,
What does that
again,
mean
the stat sheet doesn't always tell the whole story. You know, that's what that is. You just if that isn't on the sheet, and you look like, yeah, Cam wasn't very good today. And when he was on the floor, I mean, we only won the game by 7, and he was 4 more points better when he was on the court. So his impact on the game goes beyond the numbers because of the toughness that he brings, the hustle he brings, the energy he brings, and the comfort that the other guys have on the court when he's out there with them. So, I mean, I can't speak enough of what all those guys have been doing for our team, and Cam's certainly at the front of that line.
You have a lot of blocks. How impactful is he in the paint for your squad?
He's huge. I mean, he's still learning. You know, he still doesn't always keep his mind engaged in the possession because he's just thinking about the block. And when he starts to understand the development of the defense, then he'll be even more impactful. He'll probably block more shots when he's not trying to block all of them because he'll stay out of foul trouble a little bit more. You know, he's back to leaving his feet on shot fakes and stuff like that. So he just got to get more sound. He's a kid who's eager to learn. Yeah, he spends a whole lot of time with our staff just trying to watch film and try to figure out ways to get better, and really, really excited about the future of our program with him.
Anything else, guys? Thank you.
Thanks a lot.